Wait! Before you scroll away, let me ask you something.
What if just one decision could completely change your future?
And what if that decision was simply learning English?
Stay with us, because by the end of this episode, you'll discover one simple habit that separates fluent English speakers from everyone else.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Practice English Daily.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Sarah. We're so happy you're here with us today.
Today's topic is the secret to becoming fluent in English.
Are you ready? Let's begin. Together.
Sarah, can I ask you an honest question?
Of course. You always ask interesting questions.
Why do some people study English for 10 years, but still feel afraid to speak?
Maybe they're learning the wrong way?
That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Really? Then tell me, what's the right way?
Before I answer, let me tell you a short story.
Oh, I love stories. Go ahead.
A few months ago, I met a university student.
Did he speak English? Fluently?
Not at all. And that's what surprised me.
Really? What happened?
He looked at me, smiled politely, and said, "I've studied English for more than 10 years, but I'm still afraid to speak."
Oh, that's actually heartbreaking.
I asked him, "How often do you actually speak English?"
I have a feeling his answer is going to surprise all of us.
He smiled, looked down for a moment, and quietly replied, "To be honest, I almost never speak English. I spend hours studying grammar, but when it's time to speak, I become nervous and I stay silent."
Wow, that's really sad. But I believe many people listening to us today are feeling exactly the same way, and they're probably thinking, that's me.
You're absolutely right. He wasn't lazy, and he wasn't unintelligent. He simply believed that speaking should begin only after becoming perfect.
But that's impossible, isn't it? Because nobody becomes perfect before they start speaking.
Exactly. That's one of the biggest myths in language learning. People wait for confidence, but confidence actually comes after speaking, not before it.
So, if someone keeps waiting until they feel ready, they might never start speaking at all.
That's absolutely true. Learning English without speaking is like learning to swim without ever getting into the water. You can read every book, but you'll never become a swimmer.
I really love that comparison. It's simple, but it's something people will never forget.
And the same thing happens with English. The more you speak, the more natural it becomes, even if you make mistakes, every single day.
So, what should our listeners do if they're afraid of making mistakes every time they speak English?
My first advice is very simple. Stop trying to sound perfect. Focus on communicating your ideas, because communication is always more important than perfection.
I like that, because many learners worry too much about grammar and forget that language is mainly for communication.
Exactly. Native speakers don't expect perfection. They simply want to understand you. That's what real communication is all about.
So, making small mistakes isn't something to be embarrassed about. It's actually a sign that you're learning.
Absolutely. Every mistake teaches you something new. In fact, the people who improve the fastest are usually the ones who aren't afraid of making mistakes.
That's really encouraging. I think many of our listeners needed to hear those words today.
Let me ask you something. Sarah, When babies learn their first language, do they speak perfectly from the very beginning?
Of course not. They make hundreds of mistakes. But nobody laughs at them. Everyone encourages them. And that's why they keep improving.
Exactly. Imagine if a baby stopped talking because of one mistake. None of us would ever learn a language.
That's such an interesting way to think about it. Maybe adults are simply too afraid of being judged by other people.
I completely agree. Fear of judgment is often much bigger than the difficulty of English itself, and that's what holds many learners back.
So, the real challenge isn't English grammar or vocabulary. It's overcoming the fear inside our own minds.
Exactly. And once you start speaking, even for just 5 minutes every day, you'll notice something amazing. Your confidence begins to grow, little by little.
I can't wait to share the next habit because I think it's the one that changed my own English journey completely.
Don't go anywhere, because in the next part, we're going to reveal the daily habit that helped thousands of English learners become confident speakers much faster than they ever imagined.
Honestly, choose something you genuinely enjoy because when learning becomes enjoyable, staying consistent becomes much easier.
The first habit is surprisingly simple. Listen to English every single day, even if you only have 10 or 15 minutes.
Really? Just listening can make such a big difference, even if we don't understand every single word.
Absolutely, because your brain slowly becomes familiar with the rhythm, pronunciation, and natural expressions, long before you start using them yourself.
That makes a lot of sense. It's just like listening to your favorite songs. The more you hear them, the easier they become to remember.
Exactly. That's why I always tell learners, don't just study English. Live with English. Let it become part of your everyday life.
So, what kind of English should people listen to? Movies? Podcasts? YouTube videos? Or something else?
Honestly, choose something you genuinely enjoy. Because when learning becomes enjoyable, staying consistent becomes much easier.
So, if someone loves cooking, they should watch cooking videos in English instead of forcing themselves to study boring lessons?
Exactly. Your interests can become your best English teacher because you'll naturally want to keep watching and learning.
That's actually a wonderful idea. Learning English doesn't always have to feel like sitting in a classroom.
Right. In fact, many fluent speakers improved their English simply by enjoying English content every single day.
So, listening isn't just entertainment, it's actually training for our ears and our brain. Exactly. Before your mouth speaks confidently, your ears must first become comfortable with the language. I never thought about it that way. That's a powerful lesson for every beginner.
And here's another important tip. Don't stop the audio every time you hear an unfamiliar word. Keep listening and try to understand the overall meaning first.
That's difficult sometimes because many learners immediately open a dictionary after hearing one unknown word.
I know, but doing that too often breaks your concentration and prevents you from developing natural listening skills.
So, it's okay not to understand everything the first time we listen?
More than okay. It's completely normal. Even advanced learners don't understand every single word, every single time.
I think hearing that will make many learners feel much more relaxed and confident.
That's exactly my hope. Because confidence grows when we stop expecting perfection and start enjoying the learning process.
So today, instead of saying, I must become fluent quickly, maybe we should say, I'll simply improve a little every day.
I couldn't agree more. Small daily improvements may seem invisible today, but after a few months, they create incredible results.
We've already shared one powerful habit, but don't go anywhere, because next, we'll reveal the habit that most fluent English speakers never skip, even for a single day.
Now, let's talk about another habit that almost every fluent English speaker has. They don't just listen, they speak every single day, even if it's only for 5 or 10 minutes.
Really? Even when they don't have a partner to practice with?
Absolutely. You don't always need another person. You can describe your day, talk to yourself, explain what you're doing, or even record your own voice and listen to it later.
I know. Talking to yourself may sound a little funny, but it's actually one of the most effective ways to build confidence.
Exactly. The goal isn't to sound perfect. The goal is to make speaking a natural habit instead of something that feels scary.
And the more we practice, the less afraid we become, because our brain slowly realizes speaking English isn't dangerous.
That's right. Fear disappears when action becomes a habit. And that's true, not only for English, but for almost everything in life.
So, listening gives us input, and speaking helps us use what we've learned. Is that the secret?
That's a big part of it. But there's one more habit that many successful learners follow, and it makes a huge difference.
Oh, now you've made me curious. Tell us, what's the final habit?
They never stop learning. They stay curious. They read articles, watch videos, learn new words, and keep improving, little by little, every single day.
I love that, because it reminds us that learning English isn't a race. It's a lifelong journey, and every small step matters.
Exactly. Imagine improving just 1% every single day. After 1 year, you'll be amazed by how far you've come.
So, instead of asking, how can I become fluent in 1 month? Maybe we should ask, what can I do today to become better than yesterday?
That's the mindset of every successful learner. They focus on today's progress instead of worrying about tomorrow's perfection.
Before we finish, let's give everyone a simple challenge that they can start right after this episode.
Great idea. Today, spend just 10 minutes listening to English, then speak for 5 minutes about anything you like. Don't worry about mistakes. Just keep going.
Tomorrow, do the same thing again, and then again, because consistency is far more powerful than motivation alone.
Exactly. Motivation comes and goes, but habits stay with you. And those habits will slowly transform your English.
If you've been waiting for the perfect time to start speaking English, this is your sign. Start today, even if it's only one sentence.
Remember, every confident English speaker was once a nervous beginner. The only difference is they didn't give up.
We'd really love to hear from you. What's your biggest challenge in learning English? Tell us in the comments, because your story might inspire someone else.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. We truly appreciate every listener who joins us on this learning journey.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who wants to improve their English. Together, let's build a confident English-speaking community.
Keep learning, keep speaking, keep believing in yourself. We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, take care and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.